Yo, so what we got on the agenda today? I would say it's a bit of a controversial topic. Obviously, I've been online, seen a few videos. I thought, you know what? Why not make a video on this situation? This topic, it kind of resonates with me, being that I come from Jamaican heritage, but there's also white heritage in there as well. So, being someone with mixed heritage, it's like I have certain opinions about these kind of situations, and even having family members with mixed heritage, it's like I have certain opinions basically. So yeah, we're just gonna get into the videos and see some other perspectives and points of views and see how other people see the situation as well. People that going through it themselves, people that maybe think a certain way about it or different opinions. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video.
The reason why there's such a difference between biracial children that have black moms versus the ones that don't is because when black men have children with non-black women, they don't raise their kids to be black. They raise them to be mixed.
Let me just stop it there first. Off the top, like, that's a bit, I wouldn't say that, because that's just, what I would say to that is their kid is black. Their kid is also whatever they're mixed with. So saying that to raise them black, like, what does that even mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's who they are. So, you know what? Let's carry on.
Or to be proud of whatever heritage that the mom is. Versus when other races of men go out and have children with black women, they raise their children to be black and to love being black. And I am speaking from experience because I have a black mother and I have a non-black father, but I am dark skinned, so I think I was gonna have to be, black and proud either way. But I do have light skinned sisters, and my sisters were always raised to be proud of being black. They were always raised to be proud of their hair, and they were just taught that black women were the best thing walking this earth. But we know that most likely, if that black man goes outside of his race to have them children anyway, he does not like black women. He does not like black people. Most likely, he does not like being black.
Okay then, okay, wait. So, if a black woman has a mixed child, she raises him to be black, and that's because she loves herself as a black woman and she loves black people and stuff like that. But if a man, this is her opinion, if a man goes with a woman, he doesn't raise them to be black because he's a self-hating black person. Like, really? Like, come on. I get what you're trying to say, but not really. Like, by that definition, isn't both parties the same? Because if you're saying that just because you step out of your race, like when you're having children, that makes you, just because you step out of your race when you're having children, that makes you a self-hating black person. Wouldn't it be the same from the woman's point of view? But maybe it's not in her, maybe it's not in her opinion because she thinks that black women would raise them to love being black, so that means they're not self-hating. Whereas when a man does it, he doesn't raise them to be black, so it's self-hating, like, or proud to be black then, because that's what she said. I can see how she come to that opinion, but I would say I have to disagree with that, because that's just assuming that black men that don't have children with black women are self-hating and they don't like themselves, when it could just be that's who they met when they was looking for someone to have children with. Like, why can't it just be that? Why does it have to be some self-hating? Or it's just, this is just putting black men and black women against each other. So
I'm not going to say all because I know somebody can't wait to jump in the comments and say, not me, my black dad loved being black even though he had babies with my white mama. But majority of the time, them even stepping outside of their race to have children is a racial insecurity that they have. So they don't see any beauty in being black anyway. So they're not going to raise their kids to be proud to be black.
well, if that's the case for specific people that are self-hating black people. It's not the case for men or for women. It's not. That's a bit of a stretch, I'll be honest. Saying that majority of black men hate themselves as black men. Where do you get this from? Like, where does this come from where black women think black men hate themselves if they don't be with them? That doesn't make any sense. Like, come on. Like, to be fair, I understand what she's saying if someone's not raising them to be proud of being black, but shouldn't they be proud of both of their heritage? Like, why is it just one or the other? Why can't it be you're black and you're white? Be proud of both, because that's both of your heritages. So why do you have to pick and choose one or the other when you both? Like,
black, or to just call themselves black. And I honestly think one of my biggest flexes is that nobody ever knows that my dad is not black until they see him or they see his mother, and it's like, yeah, bitch, because
so having a white dad and people not noticing, that's a flex. Like, that's just weird. That's your dad. That's her own dad. And she's saying it's a flex that no one knows is white until she, like, what does that even mean? That's just weird. Like, if you want to talk about self-hating, ain't you self-hating on the half of you that's white? Like, come on, man, embrace yourself.
I'm black and I'm proud. I don't give a fuck about none of that mixed shit. It's funny how she sees the black man as self-hating, but what is she? I don't do none of this mixed shit, but you are mixed. What's the problem? Embrace your heritage. The reason why you are alive is because black people and white people before you reproduced. Why are you denying half of your family? Why are you denying 50% of your family? 50% of your DNA? Come on. You are a mixed race person. Like, look, you're a mixed race person and you're denying half of your heritage, which you're more or less complaining about black men doing, but you're an example of doing the same thing. It's just the white side. Come on. Yeah, you are a black woman. Yeah, you are a beautiful black woman, however you want to put it. But at the same time, you're also a beautiful white woman. So embrace it. That's you. Embrace it. And you know what? It's them kind of things there, them kind of situations which lead mixed race people into having no identity in society. Like, makes them feel lost, because there'll be a mixed race person who is more on the darker side, so they just look like they're not mixed. For example, like myself, you wouldn't think I'm mixed, but I got white heritage. Like, my great nan was white, so by definition I would be a mixed person. But at the same time, that's like me denying half of my family, like, or portions of my family. That doesn't make any sense. She's a mixed race person. Yeah, she's on the darker side, so everyone assumes that she's just black. But then you leave certain mixed race people in a space where they don't feel like they identify with either side. Why are we doing that? Let me get into this next video, because maybe this would highlight the situation a bit more. I think them kind of opinions form these kind of situations in society.
Mom is black and my dad is white, so I've always kind of had issues with my identity. I don't really look like anybody, and a lot of people say that's a good thing, but I don't see it as that. I've had people like grab my hair and like touch my hair on the street before and like, oh, this is different. And all my friends say like, oh, that's really cool, like you're so lucky that that happens to you, that people...
You know what? That's something that happens to black people a lot. I can remember one time, I think I went Haven with my little sisters and stuff, like with the family and that. And then yeah, we're in the arcade, and some random white lady comes up to my sister and she's like, oh, yeah, so nice. Oh, can I touch it? And you know what? In that moment, Tuesday should come across as so innocent and whatnot and rare. Yeah, like she touched my sister's hair, we was talking about it and rare. It was just an innocent interaction, but I can see how sometimes it can be a bit of a, no, what do you mean? Can you touch my hair? Like, you stupid. Like, who do you think you are to touch my hair? Like, completely understand that. Completely understand how that could make someone feel away, But I'm not that type of person to feel away about little things like that, because I understand it really and truly. But yeah, so let's carry on.
People see something different about you, but I kind of look at it negatively sometimes. There's like a societal precedent that says like everyone's a special snowflake and we should all celebrate our uniqueness and our differences, but there are times when I don't celebrate my differences and I would just kind of like to be the same as everyone else. Because then you can like look at another person and be like, oh, I kind of look like that person. Like I can do that hairstyle or I can wear that outfit.
And you see, someone like her, from my opinion, she wouldn't be fully accepted by the black side because you're like, no, you look like a little white girl. But then she might not be fully accepted by the white side because they're like, oh no, look at your hair, you're not a little white girl, like you're a black girl or whatever. So that's where we need to stop doing that because it doesn't help anyone, really and truly. She's mixed race, she's both. You get me? Like, to be fair, she looks the same complexion as my niece. So it's like, what's the problem with mixed race people, fam? They've got mixed heritage. Like, having opinions like, oh, I'm mixed, but forget one side of my family, like, that doesn't make any sense. Be proud of your heritage. Like, yeah, it's just a situation where these kind of things just promote black people against each other. It makes black men against black women, and then it makes mixed race people also feel like they have no place within their cultures because they're not from just black culture or white culture, they're from both. So I think it's time we just start embracing all our peoples really and truly. Really and truly. You know? Well, yeah.
Or I can like look this certain way. If you look different from everybody else, there's no like base point to compare yourself to, I guess. Is that?
So yeah, it's like things like that. It's one of them situations where in my opinion, it's just my point of view. If you're black, you're black. If you're white, you're white. If you're white and black, you're white and black. If you're black and Asian, you're black and Asian. If you're Asian and white, you are what you are. What's with all this denying parts of yourself? Like, come on, really, like, you're denying your own heritage, you're denying your own family. It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's where you come from. What's the problem? You know, it's just one of them ones. But we're going to this video. It's a bit of a lighter note, but I just thought, since we're on this topic.
Hi, Ayame. I'm mixed race. I'm for the people, always. I love a little white woman slander until I remember my mum. Until I remember you're talking about my mum. But like, you're not talking about my mum, you know? Like, and I promise you, you're not talking about my mum. Sometimes I'm like, ha 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 ha, white women, God, they be doing some shit. And then I remember, I might be doing some shit. Fuck! You know, it's really, it's a difficult thing to navigate being mixed race. I promise you that.
Obviously, this one's a bit more light-hearted and whatnot, but you get what I mean? Like, it's the same kind of situation. Obviously, she's just having a little joke, but it's like, yo, you're white and you're black. Like, she's basically saying, like, oh, it's like, if we go back to the first video, the way that she was putting it is like, she's not white, but she is. But she's proud that she don't look white. Like, that's weird. You are what you are. Like, that's like the girl from the second video being proud that she's not dark skinned. Like, come on, what are we doing? You get me? Like, yeah, be proud of what you are. Don't be proud of what you're not. Like, come on.